All right, my dear friends, how are you today? Aaron here, bringing you a daily horoscope for Sunday, the 29th of November, 2020. We've got the moon moving through the later degrees of Taurus. Okay, the moon is exalted in Taurus. There's always a sense of stability happening. Okay, stable emotions, getting through our day. You know, there's a way that we can just gracefully move through the day and be practical. And that's the beauty of some of the earth sign energy is just very practical energy. Okay, so our practical, emotional moon, okay, stable, is going to very, very, very early in the morning is going to start creating a trine, okay, over there to Jupiter, to Pluto, to Jupiter, and to Saturn up in Capricorn. Okay, so this is going to be happening from midnight on Saturday all the way till about 8:30 in the morning on Sunday. Okay, so just depending on wherever you're at in the world, you might be awake, you might be sleeping through this. All right, so this is just about creating change in our lives. Okay, so this is a positive thing to wake up to if you are sleeping through this kind of energy. It's just like this stable energy, and then it's going to move, right? The moon's going to move into the sign of Gemini. Okay, right around 11:30 in the morning. Let me show you here. So here we got it pulled back to 8 a.m. and you see the moon here in Taurus. Okay, creating that trine here to Saturn. Saturn says, make things real. Let's apply pressure. This is our daily lives that we're trying to change. Our daily lives that we're trying to change here, right? This is very important. It's how we govern ourselves, okay? Our emotional moon says, I need stability in my life. I need stability in my daily life. And it's up to me to be a positive authority, positive figure, you know, a parental unit to myself, okay, to stay disciplined and on top of myself, and to bring abundance and joy into our lives if we are staying structured and steady, right? So very, very positive energy, okay? And then we also have, pardon me, I kind of skipped over this, also happens early in the morning, is the moon opposing Mercury. Okay, where on one hand, again, there's stability. On the other, it's diving deep to understand whatever it is that we need to create the stability in our lives. Okay, and this Mercury here creating the sextile over here to Saturn and to Jupiter. Okay, so they're all playing an effect into each other today. Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter specifically. You know, Pluto's a little bit out of the game. But he's still making the connection only 5 degrees away. You know, 5 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It's still a connection, right? So this is like, look, mentally, if we want to achieve this, if we want, you know, this stability within our lives, you know, we must be disciplined in ourselves. We must, you know, seek the silver linings and the joy, and we must be willing to go deep beneath the surface to figure out what it is that's, you know, the princess and the pea. You know, what is it that's this thing in our lives that's putting us off kilt? What is putting us to where we need, that we fall off of our stableness? What is it in our lives that's making us, is it something? Is it someone? Is it a habit or a hobby that we're doing? Is it a bad habit that's like, okay, I'm used to this way of doing something and I have to change this in order to, you know, step into the life that I'm trying to live, which is extremely favorable and saying yes, like the doors are open to this life. The doors are open for this new kind of energy coming in, right? And it's just saying yes, yes. All right, further. Now we're going to have the moon moving into the sign of Gemini, right around 11:30, 12 o'clock. There you go. Okay, the eclipse will not happen until 4 o'clock, a little after 4 a.m. on Monday morning. Okay, so we're getting ready for this eclipse. We're getting ready for this. So the meat of why, you know, the rest of our day, so it's like this early in the morning energy of stability and structure and discipline and diving deep within ourselves to find whatever it is within our environment, within our mind, within our hearts, within our bodies, that's putting us to a place where we're not continuously giving ourselves our best. Okay? And so the moon now moving into Gemini is saying we need to seek truth. We need to seek truth, right? It's not an outside thing. It always boils down to me. It always boils down to what I'm saying yes or no to, which is interesting because this is like a Virgo energy. You know, what we say yes or what we say no to. You know, and it's us going in this direction, us seeking truth, us finding this light, us seeking knowledge, us seeking wisdom, us turning over every rock. You know, we have to look and examine the lie. We have to look and examine the truth. We have to examine the good, the positive, the bad, and the ugly. Okay, nothing is left out of this. So all together, we must be willing to dive deep. You know, to dive deep, we must be willing to seek our truth. We must be willing to take a stable approach at whatever's going on. The other thing I love about this energy here, you know, something I've talked about on this channel before, it's the Einstein particle wave theory. Okay, I'm probably going to talk about it on the eclipse too, but I'm just saying for the eclipse video, but this is extremely important right now. When we have our mind set and made up on a certain thing, a topic, an idea, a concept, whatever it is, when we have our mind set on something, we see that's truthful. That's it. That's period. You know, we feed ourselves lies all day long. All day long. I don't have the statistics pulled up in front of me, but it's a crazy amount of information that we just simply lie to ourselves all the time, and you can look this stuff up. You know, so it's like the Einstein particle wave theory. The scientists had to be willing. I see waves, okay? Left hand sees waves. Right hand sees particles. Period. There was no getting around this. This is the truth. This is the ultimate truth. Waves, particles. Two different groups, two different perspectives, two different ideas. When they looked through the microscope, there was two different answers. And they could only see what they were looking for. This is so extremely important moving into this eclipse. It's what are we looking for? What are we seeing? You know, it's when the scientists said, will you, who sees waves, will you be willing to look for particles? And me, who sees particles, I'll be willing to look for the waves that you say you see. And that's the eureka. That's the breakthrough that happens. It's once we decided to step into the other person's shoes and take the other objective point of view is when it became illuminated. Right? So it's like we have to be willing to put ourselves in this place of seeking truth, of seeking the lie, seeking the alternative answer, because our answer isn't always 100% factual. Okay? And we have this sun over here in Sagittarius, right? Which is about a collective group consciousness information leading to higher education and wisdom. And sharing this together, documenting it, notarizing and stamping it, says, yes, this study has been done. And we together have concluded and come to this you know, conclusion that, you know, when we ask to seek the other, we find the truth. You know, when we look for the things that we're not looking for, when the people that are looking for the waves look for particles, when the people that are looking for particles look for waves. All right, I don't want to beat a dead horse on that, but this is truly like stepping outside and looking at the other person's perspective, looking at the other's perspective, looking at everything. All right, so this is some of that energy moving from stability to question and seeking our truth. Okay, and this is going to be highlighted even further, like I said, on the eclipse, which is going to happen about 4 o'clock in the morning on Monday. So we'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow, my friends. As always, have a happy Sunday fun day. I appreciate you, I love you, and wish you enough. And we'll see you for this great eclipse.